They've done it again. Johan Durant and Steven Mitchell are the APTA national champions for the second year in a row.
There you have it, your women's APTA national champions, Florentina Harnisch and Anna Maria Zabori.
Hello and welcome to the APTA's Grand Prix Series. We are live from Orchard Lake Country Club in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, bringing you the Detroit Invitational Grand Prix, sponsored by the APTA membership, our national sponsor Viking, and local sponsors Fastech Global, Cook Wealth Management, Grand Steel, GST Companies, Wilson Partners, Etkin Real Estate Solutions, CBRE, Stash, Fortis Net Lease, DIAG Partners, Bob Woodruff Foundation, the Boutros Companies, Gen Oil, Dark Horse Brewery, and Jack McNaughton, who's been playing paddle since 1970. I'm Brad Easterbrook, alongside the incredible Hall of Famer Jerry Viant, who is live from Australia, calling this match with me, bringing you the men's semi-final round match between our number 1 seeds of Johan Durant and Steven Mitchell and our number 4 seeds of Graham McNerney and Brian Compton. Jerry, welcome.
Thank you, Brad. Wonderful to be here and joining you, and this should be an exciting men's semi-final. We've got, with their backs to us in the all black, on the right-hand side is Johan Durant, and on the left side, hitting that backhand underspin there, is Steven Mitchell, and down the far end on the ad side is Brian Compton and his partner Graham McNerney. And Brad, this is the first time
Mr. Durant and Mr. Mitchell won the toss and have elected to receive.
All right, so there you have it, Jerry. Why don't we take a quick look at the draw, see how our players got there.
Yeah.
All right, so you see Compton McNerney 6-2, 6-4 in their quarterfinal match against Humphreys and Lefevre, but they were down 4-love in that second set. And I was just talking to Chris Humphreys off air, and he said they were trying to play McNerney, but he wouldn't bite on the drive, almost just push it to him. And he never bit on the drive, and then eventually they'd go over to Compton, and he drove the first ball they saw and almost hit it for a winner. And so, and they were up 4-love in the second set. So, but they've made it through just with workmanlike efficiency. Same with Durant Mitchell, having a good matchup against Hansen and Lofgren, winning 6-4, 6-2. So I don't think fitness will be a factor. The curious thing is just how the styles match up, Jerry. What do you think about the match?
Right, and I think, you know, the discipline.
Ball to the left side, then he moves it to the right, then he blocks it, then he sort of pushes it at you when you're not ready. It's not even a fancy shot, it's just more like, I've been moving you. He's just moving the pieces around and waiting for Compton to do his dirty work. And Compton, Jerry, I think he probably has the highest drive rate. I mean, he drives more than almost any other player on the tour. You know.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's just spent time working on his forehand. He said, you know,
else that's going to speed the point up, and it makes it difficult.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see the strategy right away unfold, because you know that both teams come up. Looks like they're starting.
And there's a great example of Compton staying back, but then working his way in. After McNerney cuts off that volley, and then immediately cuts it into the Mitchell corner for a winner. Great shot.
So that's Graham McNerney serving.
No, it's Brian Compton serving. Graham McNerney at the net.
Sorry, Brian. Yep.
See, that's
McNerney on the left at net. And he has really worked on his game over the years, and he's got a lot of different spins that he can use with the overhead.
30, love.
Yeah,
And just the pressure of Durant and Mitchell. You know, like, where do you put the ball in the court, in the back court?
40, love.
Well, a great start for McNerney at the net, cutting off three of the balls in this first points. Now we should mention the other, that's a great cut there. The spins you were talking about, Jerry. We should mention the other semifinals going on as well on the next live streaming court, which is Araya Parsons against Rams and Wagner, and that was 2-all in our last report. They've already started and are underway. So,
Mr. Durant to serve.
And that'll be interesting because they had a battle at the Witch. That was a 3-set, 6-4 in the third. You know, Araya Parsons pulled that out, but I really like the way that Rams and Wagner are playing.
very tough team. The puzzle pieces fit well together between, you know, their ability to drive and their volley ability at the net as well. So Rams and Wagner had just had a great match coming back against Fraser and Morgan. So from 7-5, 4-1 down.
Yeah, they're definitely the up-and-coming team to watch.
You know, what was interesting, Jerry, is in watching this match, you know, it's always sort of the accepted wisdom, make McNerney beat you with the drives and the big, but if he doesn't take them, what do you do then? Right. Well, Araya Parsons, last time they played these guys in Chicago, Araya was consistently attacking Compton with side backs, back sides, and they'd get tight to the net. So, and it worked for them. They actually kept Compton off balance. Sure, he hit his balance of great shots, but of those, they volleyed him back, and they made him miss, and actually made him play most of the balls. It's very rare.
Okay, so you can see this is Stephen Mitchell on the left. He likes to hit that roller in there. Durant's got more of the cut spin overhead.
All right, just a score update, 5-2 now for Araya Parsons over Rams and Wagner. Now here's the interesting look at the net. Right now this is sort of like they're going to keep it in there, just keep working the point. We're going to see if they switch it over and get Durant over there trying to do a little more magic. Right now it's still in the feel-out stage, Jerry.
Right. Yeah. It looks like, which is a smart way to start the match. I always say, you know, paddle 101. Just get into the first 4 games, get a feel. I'm sure that the temperature has dropped a little bit.
McNerney just kind of hedging it and making a subtle move. I'm not really sure I understood that.
I'm not sure if he thought it was going in.
Yeah, he waited too long and then
halfway.
Ran out of. Had to make a tough half volley, tried to make it perfect. Just pop it up and go back. There you're going to see that great close.
Brian Compton, yeah, looking to sneak. He loves to sneak up the side and cut that ball off. So keep an eye on him when the ball is in the air. Okay, he's going to make his move when the ball is in the air and set it up. And if he gets that short ball, then he'll move forward.
Yeah, you're so right, Jerry. A lot of the players out here, they're not moving when the opponent's hitting the ball. They're moving before the opponent's hitting the ball, based on the shot they hit before. That's starting to set up or put a play in motion.
I like to say it's like moving the chess pieces around. How many plays, how many times do they have to wait, hit and wait for that right ball? And just relax into it. You know, all 4 players got a ton of experience.
40, love.
How's the hands of Durant there, right? I mean, it was like almost like a grab
40,
volley, hits the side screen and drops.
It's
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, it's what he was looking for, and it wasn't a bad drive from McNerney, but that was what he was looking to get, and he got it, put it away, and it was a great move. And there you see Durant staying at the net in the transition there that actually scares McNerney into that error.
Yeah, and you saw Stephen Mitchell bail early, so he was back, ready to take that ball off the back screen rather than keep his feet in the court as a target.
You know, it was interesting, I thought about that game. That's just a nice dig there from Mitchell. What a lob. Was that, you know, a player like McNerney wins a lot of points, Jerry, with blitzing, but he seemed unsure of every little forward move he made there, and that's what a team like Durant Mitchell do to you. They make you unsure of when to move forward because they know they're going to be right on top, they can volley behind you. So we're going to have to watch that as time goes on. If he's going to make forays to the net, you've got to play him with confidence like you're going to win. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Yeah, just tremendous respect for Durant.
Really shocking. Why would he have respect for Durant?
Well, because he's so bold, you know. He's just, McNerney's so bold on all of these plays. But like I said, smart guy, knows the game, knows the tactics. He's knows what Durant can do on those plays.
That's a great snap roller there from Mitchell. Hits it into the bottom crossbar. It shoots off, and Compton can't handle it.
15 all.
Oh, great move from Mitchell. Does not shy away. He makes a full commitment to closing on a specific ball, and he reads it just right.
See how he closed, Brad. Came in with his backhand paddle volley set. So minimum movement, just completely lined it up, knew exactly what he had to do.
And the second...
preparation, right? The preparation that all four players have with all of their shots. That's what makes it seem, if you're just following the ball, makes it seem like they have so much time, but they set up before so early and read and react to play.
No, that's exactly it. And then the other discipline is seeing to let it go. Like if it didn't come right on his paddle there, he's got to let it go through, and that's the secondary discipline to those plays. Make a foray, make a full close, but if the ball doesn't come there, he knows Durant's back there to get the next one.
Seen quite a few of these guest appearance stab volleys, Brad, and I expect that to, you know, keep going because it's all part of the transition play and trying to catch your opponent off balance, out of position.
You just gotta be careful watching Durant. He slides over there. McNerney thinks he's hitting a safe overhead to the side screen, but he's not hitting it to the side screen. He's hitting it to Durant, who's up the side screen, and he does that so well. He waits.
Up the side screen. Right, up the side screen with his paddle already set.
Yep.
Again, I mean, we should start grabbing some of these, Brad, in slow motion so we can see. His paddle was set before the ball hit the court, so then, you know, his point of contact is just bounce, boom.
Yep,
you know,
there it is.
Very minimum. Oh, good.
Well, that's the blitz by Mitchell, which is a great read there. And here's that same play. And watch Mitchell come in, paddle in front, looks for one shot only. And that is...
backhand volley.
But it's a great drive, Jerry, by Compton. It's just perfectly played, you know. So there's our first break of the match. Durant Mitchell playing a really solid game there against the Compton serve.
And you see they've just identified the spot on the court where they're going to place the ball. All good teams have that spot. They talk about that spot before they start the match against their opponents. Where are we going to go as the reset button? Or if we get into trouble, you know, they identify it down to a couple of boards.
Oh, nice read from McNerney. There's the full commitment.
Yep.
Gets
15
all the
all.
way in.
It's a good shot that shows the different point of contacts on the overhead from Durant. You're seeing all different combinations of overheads based on where he is on the court and what type of play they're trying to build.
All right, so Raya Parsons, Jerry, won the first set 6-2 against Rams and Wagner and are up 2-0 in the second. So quick work from them, and we don't know how that tough quarterfinal affected Rams.
Yeah.
And it's also just the last time it was a real barn burner. Rams and Wagner had a real shot at winning that match. But today, right now, they're going to need to regroup a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what did they have? A 45-minute
30.
break from that 3-hour?
Yeah, it was maybe
Was it
an hour max, but probably more like 45 minutes, Jerry.
Yeah, so it's all, it's all part of the being ready, not just physically, but mentally. Because like you said, I mean, they really did have a battle in there. And so mentally, you have to reset. Those overheads are all being hit in a spot that can't be attacked.
Here they are working McNerney. That's about 20 balls in a row there. Staying away from the Compton corner. But he's good. He's learned how to wait for and stay ready even if he gets 1 out of 20. And then he hits it as soon as he gets it. Just takes the shot.
And that's a skill too, right? Brad, when you're being frozen out, you've got to mentally stay in every single shot and not and be ready to go.
It's absolutely
Not
a
just
skill.
blow it on the on the one shot that you get.
Yep, he's hit 2 balls in this, and he's driven them both and made them both with really solid shots. Shocking miss there, but after a while,
30
you
all.
have to make something happen or keep plugging away.
It's like, how many balls is he going to take to have to change it?
Is that like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Not that I've ever counted before, Brad. But
I think it's 92 actually is the actual answer.
isn't it? I'm going to have to
You gonna Google that one?
give it. No, I'll give it a shot. And Durant, just showing tremendous patience. There was a time there in his career where he got impatient and he just was not willing to hit this many shots. He wanted to end it.
No question.
With the, right? And then he's just really relaxed into this. I'm going to wait for the right shot.
Called long.
30, 40.
And break point back here from Compton McNerney. This is the points they want to play, and there's the fault.
Game.
Mitchell
Compton
started with that
McNerney,
underhand
games
serve,
are
and it's
2
been
all,
good for him,
first
but it
set.
does go on the rails off the rails every now and then, Jerry, and he can struggle with it.
And again, I always notice, when you've had long points in a game and then you have that error, the server has got to take a little bit more time and just take a second before they start serving. Sometimes you tend to want to rush and get it over and done with, and You don't get 2 chances at serving. I see Compton stretching his legs, going all the way over.
Yeah, he'll come all the way into McNerney's corner. Like, he'll come well into
15.
McNerney's side of the court to hit a forehand. And that was a tough look there. He makes that low backhand at a higher percentage than 98% of the players on the tour. That one he wasn't set for at all, though.
That's a
Love 30.
nice first volley that McNerney hit. You saw it again. I mean, I just look at the technique. The paddle is up high and set in the backhand volley. Minimum movement. I mean, these guys are just
15,
ripping
30.
their drives.
Yeah, just a loose error, very rare missed return. And I keep getting the score updates from Mr. Fischel, and it's 4-0 now for Araya Parsons. Just hot knife through butter right now against Rams and Wagner. See if they can turn it around.
That reminded me of a George Wilkinson term.
Which one?
Hot knife through butter.
Hot knife through
Yeah,
butter.
yeah. As smooth as cream cheese was his other one.
Just slathering the ball. Yes, you got to have the hyperbolics. It's perfect.
Okay, so this is a good angle that's showcasing the backcourt team especially, and you can see the economy of movement that McNerney has off the backcourt, right? He's got his mindset, and he's going to hit those block lobs, push it back.
Yep.
He only needs to take one step to get most balls out of the screen. He's got the long reach.
Now they're going with baiting him. You see when Mitchell hits that ball and he sort of pushes it up, he's baiting him to drive, and this is where he'll stay disciplined and he won't go for it. Let's see. I think he has a reason. He's so good at that block lob. He goes for a tough one there.
15-40.
Played it properly, but it's tough to have the perfect hands for that every time.
Yeah. Well, and you have to be balanced, Johan Durant.
You can also tell them by Compton never wears his hat backwards, and McNerney only wears his hat backwards. Making him stretch, a great roller, perfectly spotted.
Durant Mitchell, they lead
And
3
McNerney
games to
moves
2.
to his left, but
First
can't catch
set.
up to it as the spin brings the ball off to his right. 3-2 Durant Mitchell, and it's a perfect time, Jerry, to talk about one of our sponsors, and that is Viking. And Viking, one ball to rule them all. One ball is consistently chosen for the sport's highest level tournaments, league plays, social events, and weekend outings. Viking. For the last 25 years, we've remained the overwhelming choice. Viking, unleash the warrior in you. It's the official ball of the APTA, the official ball of the National Championships and of President's Cup, and the official ball of the Grand Prix Series, Viking.
Yeah, there's not too much opening on the court. I totally agree. Got to get them out of the service box.
There's a good lob.
And you very rarely are going to see any kind of team confusion.
I mean, it's a high ball to his
15
forehand. I can't question the look. I mean, move
Right,
forward on
gonna
a
go
better
on a
angle.
45-degree angle,
Yeah.
right? Yep. And he's got to know he can keep moving forward because Compton's going to cover him.
Yeah, just keep going like you're playing an approach shot almost. Continue on in. The
Yeah.
volley behind will be played by your partner.
Yep.
All right,
30, love.
30 love. And Durant and Mitchell at this kind of pace, as long as they don't throw up any errors, and they know it can happen. We've seen it happen where they throw in 2-3 errors, they get a little impatient or something. It looks good right now. They're, Compton not getting enough balls to do the damage he wants to. He's standing in the center of the court, right on the hash mark, Compton, in the green, in the backcourt. And they're just pushing it there.
Yeah,
they're
Durant
content.
Mitchell are just showing the patience that they're not in any rush.
It's a good ball. Compton's taking that, but now putting himself into danger. He pulls the ball back to the other side of the court, which gives him the down-the-line volley behind him. I think he's got to hit that ball in the direction he's moving, but great shot anyway. Ooh! Oh, he was lining up the cut winner.
Mitchell, they lead 4-2, first set.
Nice work.
What about if McNerney like tries to fake a couple of blitzes, you know, throw up high and just get in there and create some movement for Compton? You know, like Compton's got to move. They've got to have some openings to go into.
Right. It's got to
Change
get
the look
away
just
from
a
the
little bit.
pattern where they're just safely hitting the ball to his space, right? Whatever that is. But then you see now you got the scramble and the quick close and, oh, just dealing.
Love 15.
It's a fine line there, Jerry, but I agree with you 100%. Do a move, a fake blitz, make him speed the overhead up a little bit, because they can't hit the push overhead if he's moving forward.
Love
I mean,
30.
they can,
Right.
but odds
Dominance.
are better for McNerney, and he has a chance to at least hit an offensive volley, or they have to speed it up back there to Compton, and then they have another opportunity. There's a long lob.
15-30.
And Durant's like just throwing up his hands. Can't believe I missed that one. Happens. 15-40.
15-40.
It's getting late in the day over here, Jerry, but you just had your breakfast, right?
I did. It's 11 o'clock Sunday morning. So it kind of works out well.
John Scott wants to know who wins the Broncos game. He wants to know the future. Because you know the future, Jerry. It's the next day for you.
I do know what happened on Saturday night, as a matter of fact.
Now,
Game.
most people I'd say
Mitchell,
don't ever drive the
they
ball
lead
off your
5
heels.
games to 2,
Compton does it
first
all
set.
the time, and he makes 90% of
Yeah.
them. Right now, there's just no rhythm to their game, and there's no attack ability. And he's just struggling.
Ball, guys.
He's out of his rhythm. They're both out of their rhythm. I think you're right. They got to say, all right, look, we can play cautious, but they're not giving us anything, so we have to now move into a secondary zone, throw in a few blitzes. You got to play to your strengths as well. And McNerney's blitz is a strength of his.
I think they have to take their chances. I mean, Durant and Mitchell are showing that they're going to stay out there all day. They're not
And-
impatient. They're hitting smart shots. I mean, they're totally handcuffing them. They're not giving them anything that they can work with. So McNerney, Compton, McNerney, they have to make it happen. They have to change this because it's the same plays.
And sort of what we were talking about a little bit
love.
before, Jerry. You know, I mean, what's your, without any real data, how much have, you know, Durant and Mitchell been at the net? It's probably 75% of the points, right? And they're just out there and they know they have their safe spot where they can hit it soft. And you see Mitchell now making the plays, the forays into the net. Great job.
30, Love.
But the great thing about this win or lose this set, I mean, clearly Durant Mitchell in the driver's seat here. They got other time. They got more time to figure this out, Jerry. It's never over.
38-15.
Nice rip there.
Ooh. I'll miss it there. Notice Durant's paddle there, Jerry. He's got the South African colors and the color scheme on top there.
40-15.
Good volley there from Mitchell. He's 1 inch from the net. I love it.
Oh, the cut.
A beautiful lob there. He opened up his face and spooned the ball up.
Yeah, you can see the difference in the height of Mitchell's lobs, pulling McNerney out of the service box.
Oh, it's a terrific move, and he just overplays the volley.
I mean, you've got both players. As Mitchell's game has improved over the years now, you've got both he and Durant looking to move forward. And Mitchell's a great volleyer.
That's a great
They have
lead.
so many ways.
Yeah.
Mitchell,
Yeah, he's a very good volleyer, and he's looking to find his ways, and he does damage with the forehand, and he's doing some damage when he's volleyed. You know, like a couple of years ago when they started and won their first national championship, Durant and Mitchell, he became an exceptional spot volleyer, meaning he just go to a position, boom, block it back. Now he's opening that up a little to make forays forward to volley offensively, and even to blitz and put that behind him. So there is game in first set to Durant and Mitchell. And we are going to take a break, Jerry, and we'll be back right here in just a moment after these messages on the APTA YouTube channel presented by eNet Live.
Done. Great job. Hey, good stuff to you. Patty, good job. Yeah, a lot of fun. You guys look great out there. How long have you been playing?
Who, me? Oh, I've been playing my whole life. How about you?
Wow, I only started playing when I retired.
Someone say retired?
Looking good out there, Eli.
Thank you.
All right, so welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series, where we've started the second set here, and it's now 30-love for Compton McNerney. It's 30-15 now, and it's a good first set there for Durant and Mitchell. There was no stress placed on them. Their strategy was not challenged. If I don't know how to say it the best way, Jerry, but it wasn't like they were challenged with a certain strategy.
No, it's a one-way street right now. They look very comfortable. They're hitting smart shots. They're not rushing, not pushing, not
There's a good
hitting
ball from
any
Compton.
unforced errors. So we're looking for a change in strategy from Compton McNerney in this second set. So, Frank, we might want to talk about, this is the part of the APTA Tour. This is a Grand Prix event, so it's double the points of the other tournaments. A lot of points on the line. They're all vying for that end of the year APTA Cup, which will have include $40,000 in prize money.
It's a great job, and score in. Araya Parsons are through to tomorrow's final, and they are through 6-2, 6-1 over Rams and Wagner. So great day for them, Araya Parsons. No blips, no sets lost. Marching through to tomorrow's final, which will be on at 10 a.m. So concluding this match, make sure you tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
And Jerry, as you were just talking about the APTA Cup, maybe in the next break you can actually talk a little bit about the PTI Nationals and the Team Nationals and all the other fun things that are going on.
Yeah, the APTA is really expanding the events and really catering to all levels of play on a national level. So it's a lot happening.
Durant putting out the first hard smash overhead of the day, and Compton up to the task, running forward to crush the forehand. Durant loves it because he sped up the play and he had a chance to hit a winning forehand volley. He missed it. Sort of a risk-reward thing. He came out of the losing end of that one, and a terrific volley, a drive there from Compton. Get a good hand slap. Mitchell maybe made a little feint there. Kind of caused the Durant miss, so love 30 here. Trying to bring some positive energy into this second set.
Caught Durant off the net and low forehand volley.
I really think he thought Mitchell was going to do something, like cut it off.
Yeah. Just going back to Araya Parsons getting through. So, you know, they won the last Grand Prix event, Chicago Charities, with a win over Compton McNerney in the finals. So,
yeah,
good start.
A great start to their season. Not only a win against Compton McNerney, but a win over Durant Mitchell on the way to the final. So,
yeah, the semis, yeah.
see there you see the
Good
quick
angle.
close.
You see Compton. Look at the. I mean, I like to see the stats on the number of steps. We should get these guys to wear a Fitbit that Compton takes in the backcourt compared to McNerney.
Yeah.
As you said, he's got the the hop, and he's really covers the court. He's looking to drive off of both sides. It's a perfect example of knowing your role as a team player. What is your job?
The great thing that Durant and Mitchell do so well is he's going to read. See, right now he's at the service side. He's going to stay there. And then when he hits a certain ball, he's going to go right to the net quickly. It's a quick step for Durant. He's standing at the service line right now. Both standing off the net.
That's Durant on the right-hand side at net. Again, you can learn a lot by just watching the players when they're not hitting the ball. Look at their positioning. Look what they hit.
Nice job there from Compton, coming up with the overhead and getting the forehand flip volley. That could be trouble, and it is.
Nice touch.
Yeah. Little softball to the side screen, pulls them all out of position.
Oh.
Here's the move that you like, and I like it too, Pat.
Yep.
Hi, Jerry. I think it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Create some movement, change the look on the court, give Compton an opportunity to get something to drive with a moving target.
There's some positivity coming out of Compton McNerney corner, taking a 2-love lead in this first set. Getting a few guest stretch volleys there from Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to go 2 back. Good leave there from Mitchell. He knows he can go back and get it if it is in. It was a lot closer than he thought, though. He thought almost dropped in the back of the line.
And that was a different look. Sorry, Brad. That was a different look. You had them 2 back to start the serve, but then McNerney went straight in behind the serve.
I actually think it's a great play for them to mix in every now and then because he can go in, and whether he gets the first volley or not, he knows Compton's going to drive the next ball 90% of the time anyway.
Right, and you get a different speed return of serve. because these are all plays that you have to practice. You don't just decide to come out and give it a whirl in the middle of the match. These are all plays that you should practice, because it's a surprise element. You know, you're trying to get your opponents to be uncomfortable, not know. Don't be predictable. It's that little shovel overhead that Durant has.
Ah, see, there's Compton hitting what he thinks is a safe ball, but there's not that many safe balls when Durant is ready to go there. He just cuts it for a winner. Great shot. Little touch under spin drop shot there. He thinks he's hitting a probing drive, but there we go. Durant and Mitchell on the verge of getting their first game, breaking the ice here in the second set. After winning the first set 6-2. He'll serve volley again.
This set's got a different feel about it.
Great move. He goes for the touch volley, Mitchell, but it stays high enough where McNerney can still hit an offensive volley. This would be huge if they could come back from love 40 down.
Compton in the deuce side here. Keep your eye on him. And the play goes back to McNerney. Smart lob by Durant there, because you know that McNerney was looking to close the net if he was going to get a drive.
That's a good ball. Cuts it into that side where I got to let it drop a little lower. But nice play. He's got to watch out for all of a sudden a Durant move up the side wire here as he keeps working him over there.
Oh, there's the first short down up overhead.
Yep, that was a safe one though. Over to Mitchell. Called wide, and he missed it. All right.
Durant Mitchell, Compton McNerney lead 2-1, second set. Durant
Right, but like we were saying, Brad, you know, that this with McNerney going into the net, looking to set up the blitz, changing the look of the court, I think that's their best shot.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know, that's their best shot. They can't be playing two back on the baseline and trying to outweight them, because it's clearly wasn't effective in the first set.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue to push the envelope a little more. And they had a good start to this set, but now that game's back for Durant and Mitchell, let court, he'll take that all day. They get a little break like that. Mitchell's a little steamed about it, but such is life.
Part of the game.
Nice dig. Perfect read there from Durant. He stretches out so far so many times to make these shots.
I mean, and that was a flick of the wrist lob, high lob.
He set his paddle down underneath it with almost an Eastern backhand grip to create a really open face and just flicks it up. That's going to get hit. Nice hands there from McNerney.
Going after Durant.
Well, that's a good combo. Nice job from McNerney. That's a great dig from Mitchell.
Wow. Nice move.
It's a great point here. I love the offensive looks from Mitchell, looking to feint, move in, and he finally gets the blitz to put it behind him. Well, let's see if they can finish him out here from the net.
All right, back to more of the look.
That's just a great ball.
15 all.
Yeah, once the point settles in for Durant Mitchell, that same look is just, you just feel like it's just a matter of time before they get that shot.
I agree fully, and that's what they have to fight against, right? Even now, Durant and Mitchell are, you know, it's just, they're down 2-1 here, but it feels like they're just still in the lead, you know, like.
Yeah, when they're at net. I just think I think it's worth throwing up some lobs and
Great
blitzing
ball.
and changing the look.
Great ball from
30.
Compton. Flattens it out. And he goes for the bigger drive that time, but the lower margin for error over the net. In fact, no margin for error. Didn't make it over the net. See, now you see McNerney going to low lobs, and there, you like the low lobs? I like it if you're going to throw in the feints. But if you're not throwing in the feints behind it with the blitz, I don't love it as well.
It's just allowing Durant to hit that little push overhead, keep it deeper in the court and lower on the screen. McNerney, he likes to hit the ball off the back screen when the ball is higher, and he's not getting it off of those balls either.
Yeah, and when he hits those ones that are higher off the screen, those are the ones he actually hits hard. And he doesn't generally hit the ball hard. He's a big guy, but he doesn't hit it hard. His game is based around volleys and controlling the lobs.
They're not giving him a ball that's above his waist off of the
Right.
screen. So he's not getting any looks there.
Oh, there's the blitz and a great move there. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, that's it.
And he
That's
caught.
it. That's the play.
He caught them in. He was just going to push it back again, but now you can take it out of the air. And Durant was letting it go, but volleyed at the same time. He had confused. Oh, and here's the break point.
Advantage, Mr. Compton.
And again, this is where Mitchell needs to take a second longer.
Oh,
Deuce.
Compton missed 2 drives in this game. Very rare. His percentage is very high.
Advantage, Mr. Mitchell.
That's like 5 points
Wow.
in 20 seconds, Jerry. Not even.
This is speed serving right now.
Sir, yeah, get back to the baseline. Serve it in. Hit the drive.
Quick.
Next point. All right.
Yeah.
That's what Compton does so well. He goes up high on Durant there, and then he makes him hit like kind of a upward stab volley, and then he goes outside Mitchell. Just 2 perfectly spotted drives.
Advantage, Mr. Compton.
Break point again.
I mean, he gets Durant to move his paddle up and to the right. Big point here, Brad. Coming up the side again.
Oh! Good cut overhead there from Nerney. That's gonna die. What a dig, but he misses it wide. And a good game there, but a few loose points there from Durant Mitchell and a few miscommunications, Jerry.
Low fist pump by McNerney. The energy level is right there. This is Brian Compton serving. Just how Durant, he holds the ball. He sets up his paddle so early and he holds the ball and then he just kind of pushed it. It's just it's a subtle little movement. It's a change of pace or a change of spin is enough to get the error. It doesn't have to be this big bullet all the time.
That's right, and at the highest levels, deception and that ability to hold the ball is definitely something that top players have. And it starts with an economy of motion, right? Very little to do to block the ball.
Well, just the, you know, the preparation is just so key. And then it gives them the ability to disguise
30,
shots.
15.
Everything's coming from the same place. Lob was long.
There from Compton, smart play, good recognition. Ooh.
30 all.
There.
Right, pause just a second before you serve so that you're like mentally right in your rhythm.
Yeah, collect yourself.
Because yeah, so you know, you see it, it's just like that speed of play. You have to be mindful of what your speed of play is. And your opponent's not rushing you, you're doing it to yourself. You know, if he had that over, you know, time and time again, he would not fault. But it's that speed of play after making the error before. And like you said, had an opportunity to go up 4-1, which would have been huge.
30, love.
Quick, another forehand in the net. These are the little things that turn the match.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, things were actually working well, and I think it actually started to go well for McNerney and Compton when there were a couple of guest appearances from Mitchell, and they sort of just kind of lost their way almost, so to speak, for a few games there. And I still think it was more of a give back actually from Compton McNerney than it was even a dictate from Durant Mitchell. They just got to keep it clean. There's so little room when you're playing a team like Durant Mitchell. You got to play throughout well.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much testing of the patience that Compton and McNerney can do if Durant and Mitchell, you know, are on fire. They're not going to show you any cracks. So it's like that balance that you talked about before, you know. Rolling the dice. How much do you press? How much do you take a chance? And that's, you know, that's all that's always the challenge against these top teams.
Oh, so great. such a good job of showing one thing and being able to do three things. You think he's going for a backhand cutter there, and then he stiffs it to the back wire, you know, and he's showing you a different shot. It's exactly how you draw it up. It's what you want to do. Nice. They get Compton. He starts to cheat a little too much. Good recognition from Mitchell, hitting it behind him. You know, I was talking to Humphreys.
And the right pace.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
the right
Brad.
pace. No problem. I was talking to Chris Humphreys. When they got up 4-0, that's what they were able to do. Get Compton to start moving more, really working the McNerney corner. He would take a few more chances, and then they'd play behind. And then they just sort of lost track of how to do it, essentially. And they ended up losing 6-4, actually, in that set. But
Yeah, and Mitchell not only saw the move, but it was also the pace in which he put that overhead back behind him. Not too hard. I mean, sometimes you recognize a play and you get so excited, you whack it. And then you give your opponent something to attack, or, you know, something off the back screen or some pace. But Mitchell really calibrated the speed in which he hit that overhead back. I mean, there's so many things to look at in a match like this, you know. It's like, it's not just that end stuff. It's just having an appreciation of what these guys are actually able to do during a point, and be aware of it while it's happening.
good move there. Great drive and blitz from Compton McNerney, a play they use all the time. And I'd like to see him do a little more of it. I think they're going to have to bring out a little more of the heavy artillery.
Yeah, for sure. I think McNerney's definitely going to just take more chances on it. Little higher, deeper lob there.
40-30.
It's a 40-love game. These are huge swing games. If they could somehow get this point, get it to deuce and steal this game, Compton McNerney. 40-love games can be real swingers in momentum. All right, Jerry, we just hit the hour mark in this match.
Araya and Parsons have been off the court.
They've been off the
They're
court for
relaxing, or do you think they're watching? What do you think?
This is a good question. I think they're watching. Actually, I don't see them anywhere. I'm looking around here, so I think they're relaxing. I think they've been through the ringer enough times with Durant Mitchell to sort of know what to experience. All right, so quickly that 3-1 lead Compton McNerney built is gone.
New ball. All right, staying with the two back, and McNerney going into net.
Oh, what a get. What? Oh, he's putting his paddle down so he doesn't throw it, I think. He got such a good look at that, tattooed it, and somebody put a net in the way.
Yeah, just all hands on that shot, no body.
I think he was surprised to get it, because the honest truth is Mitchell had a decent look at a much better shot than that, and he just slammed it straight down and up to McNerney. McNerney's like, whoa, look what I found. And
a gift.
yeah, took the swing. But, I mean, he had to take the swing. no issue with it. But I think you're right. He
Oh,
wasn't
for sure.
fully set. Oh, can he dig it out? There it is.
That's that seamless teamwork, knowing where your partner is, letting your partner move forward because you're going to cover behind.
Great recognition. Mitchell's blitzing is significantly improved. He's really looking for those opportunities to move forward.
Yep, and he's moving forward again, like all good blitzers, moving forward with his paddle set in the backhand volley position. So minimum movement.
Yeah, this is the problem with Compton, gets so far out of position. Ernie, great high lob. Oh.
Nice dig. Yeah, I still think, McNerney just throw up a high lob and go in. Just surprise them.
Great job changing paces from Durant Mitchell, from hard to soft, starting it again with the same motions and then just adding the speed to the ball or taking it off right at the contact point. It's a nice rip there from McNerney. That's got to feel good. So the out volley is actually, Mitchell played that aggressively.
Boy, McNerney's got such a great serve. That ad side, I mean.
That's a great shot. Spins it in. It hits the seam and shoots more to the right. So 30 all. This is what this match has been. A little like pushing ahead there, and then they get a couple right back. They're keeping it close.
Especially in the second set.
Good serve there from McNerney and gets a game point.
Oh.
Switch at the net. Nice duck and switch from Durant. Bounces it out of the court, going for the winner there. So point goes to McNerney and Compton. Another game point.
That's a good hold.
That's a great hold.
Very good hold. Yeah, it's going to keep them in it. So let's just talk. We were talking about the APTA President's Cup and Team Nationals. So this is the events are going to open up to team competition to everyone in the country.
Yeah,
so
all levels.
Not just the top players. Yep, offering a President's Cup-like tournament for all players that haven't qualified for the Nationals. So teams of all skill levels will be able to compete for a national title. The women are going to play April 2nd and 3rd in Chicago, and the men are going to play in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. So it's PTIs, it's all skill levels are eligible to compete. The number of divisions is going to be dependent on how many teams sign up. It's really a great format that the APTA, this is a new initiative from the APTA for the PTI levels, President's Cup Team Nationals. So if you're interested, go on to the website, apta.org, and you can get all the information there about how to register and get your teams together. So all leagues, all levels, all PTIs. Great idea, I think, Brad.
Yeah, it's a tremendous idea. The key is to get the word out. All you people out there watching, just you can put your own crew together, sign up, go play these events. It's gonna be a blast, and it's level appropriate.
Yeah, level appropriate due to the PTIs. So
Yeah.
everybody will be guaranteed, I think it's 3 matches. It's fun in that team format.
Oh, called it out. That was close.
Verified by our umpire, Rob LeBune.
That's wide.
Rob's just done a terrific job. Umpired the matches yesterday. He's also the team captain, which means he organizes all the umpires for Detroit, and I believe he also did it for the Chicago Charities. So shout out to all of the umpires. Really does make our life that much more easier, Brad. Remember when we didn't have umpires and we had to keep score and commentate?
They're doing a great job up in the chair. Then they're all instructed, go through umpire training.
Yeah, if anybody is interested in umpiring, you can reach out to Marshall Chapin or Ann Sheedy at the APTA. Just call the office and she'll put you in contact with him. They do a nice job training all the umpires and getting everybody certified. And I must say, it's a great comfort to the players. Like, they don't have to worry that there was an over. They can question a call. The umpire's decision is final, and they just move on to the next point.
30 all here. Compton McNerney sort of hanging around in this one and have the 4-3 lead now. Can steal one more game, get to that position, put some pressure on Durant Mitchell. Get this thing to a third set. Oh, it's a good look. Got to execute those. You just hanging in the air and not
high
moving
ball
forward. Yep. That's wide. Deuce. Not an easy ball to hit the drop on.
But got him to reach.
Yeah.
Got the reaching volley. That's what you want. You want to get your opponents having to move their paddle to the ball.
Wow. Just a few gifts. This is exactly what Compton McNerney need. Game point here for a 5-3 lead.
McNerney's just patiently just chipping away, looking for that mental error. You still see Compton, you know, active in his footwork, waiting for a short ball that he can attack.
That was wide. Yeah, he's calling it out.
Yep.
It was.
Yeah,
He's calling it good, I think.
wide.
No, it was called it wide. Yeah, it was the right call. It looked wide to me, Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, from all the way here too.
Hold
Brad,
on.
wide.
No, not called wide. So that's game Compton McNerney. Sorry, I thought he stuck his finger out.
Yeah, so did I.
That's what I saw, Jerry, but it's 5-3.
Yep.
Now Compton McNerney just called out by the umpire, so they're serving for the second set.
Wow.
They're just kind of creeping around, you know. Would you have said, Jerry, that like dictating the play, they've just gotten a couple of spots balls here and there, and they've gotten a few loose errors?
They did. I mean,
Durant Mitchell.
it's the dripping tap
Yeah.
syndrome here, right? They're just going to stay with their plan and see if they can, you know, get some mental errors.
There's the blitz, wonderfully done. It's exactly what we want to see.
See Durant getting energized.
Yeah, he's definitely.
They do
he's
not want to go a third set, right?
He's got gears.
They want. They do not. Yeah, they do not want to be out here any longer. But they're going to have to work hard because Compton McNerney aren't going anywhere.
Oh, good close there from Compton. Call there from Durant. Decisive.
Durant very aware that McNerney was closing the net.
That's going to be a tough one. Nice dig. Oh, here he goes. He's got to have to run in front of it. No, goodness.
Wow, talk about a combination of spins.
That's
a highlight reel there. Let's John Scott grab all those spin shots right there.
It was a great highlight reel. Just wide there from Compton. And a good job digging him out, actually, to get the easiest ball of the bunch is the one he missed. Still wasn't easy. He's still off balance from all the others, but... Ooh, stuffs it. 30 all.
2 points from the set.
Yeah. Oof, good miss hit there. Nice job from McNerney. He's really swinging the ball. He's switching it left and
He's
right,
really going.
but with control.
Yeah,
like he's keeping it
Yeah.
moving.
No, he's really going after these shots. Mitchell's just digging these balls out.
McNerney is
gotta get that
controlling
box
this
up
action,
higher.
and he finally cannot make the last one.
Oh, talk about, he had a field day there. He completely dominated the net, got a bunch of balls that he could cut and spin and change the look at, and Mitchell and Durant did a good job just hanging in there. They weren't creating any plays off of that. They were just, talk about keep alive. Yeah. Whew, that was a big game.
That was a big game, and actually McNerney needs a moment after all that. I mean, he literally dictated the entire point. He just couldn't finish him off. And then he went for the tough underspin cutter that, had it gone over, would have spun back into the net. Probably would have been impossible for Durant and Mitchell to track down, but small windows. All right. So Durant serving to stay in, down 4-5. That's a good ball. Nice dig from Compton. Durant kicks it into a higher gear.
What's that balance that we always talk about, Brad? You know, being
That's going to do it.
aggressive.
Oh, wait a minute. Nice try from Mitchell.
Oh, he's got it.
Just great hands from Compton, reading the cut drop from Durant, trying to finish it. Oh! I like McNerney. He's got a little, he's always getting ready to put his paddle down when he makes those loose errors there. Oh, that's trouble. Durant's trying a little too hard here. He's trying to read the play, and he's getting burned. Risk reward not working in his favor here.
Compton, McNerney are going for this. Yeah, playing to get this set. Showing a little bit more offense. Same backcourt play from Compton McNerney.
That's a great look from Compton. That's his play. He'll read that, cut across, take it early, and he stuffs it through, but a great half volley from Durant. Yeah, 2 points from the set again for Compton McNerney. Oh, good change from Durant. He sort of holds it, and then he pushes it low. Compton was looking for the high bouncer, and he tried to go over it, but walked right into it. Oh, what a lob. So 30 all. Yeah, Durant, I mean, Mitchell's down the line lobs. He does them so well. Got to get a little more lift carry on him.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, he's doing a good job because Compton is just hitting that roller deep into the neck. McNerney not in any rush to change sides, changing the look of the court. There they go. Back to their sides.
Good look, though. I like the move.
Yep. See, that's where all the footsteps are that McNerney takes, is that up and back.
Oh, he got that one. He was on top of the net, Jerry.
30.
Deadens the hands. Kill drop. And a finish there.
Durant Mitchell, games are 5-all, second set.
All right.
Well, I tell you, Compton McNerney are getting good looks. They're getting some opportunities. I mean, that was another, 2 points away, putting pressure on Durant Mitchell.
I love that play there. Mitchell standing inside the service box with both players back. And then he just puts a little bit extra pressure on him making that first volley, and he misses it.
Yeah, look where Mitchell is.
Yeah, not too good there from Compton.
Oh.
Cute little play there, and he just volleyed it behind him. So smart. Here they go again.
They're moving in, and that forces McNerney to stay back, whereas he had been serving, making it look like they were going to stay back, and then he was going into net. But by having Mitchell already inside the service box, it forces McNerney to have to stay back.
Yeah, it puts too much pressure on that first volley. Good read that
And
time.
these are all these tactical adjustments that you've got to know, and you've got to be aware of what's happening and make those changes during the match. Brad, what kind of grip? Talk about the grip that Durant uses on, these last 5-6 overheads that he hits. Which
I mean,
is
he
primarily
changes it all the
place.
time. Like here, he's using a semi-western grip when he hits his rollers when he's coming over the ball. But the other balls he was using he was going further over than a continental grip, more towards an eastern backhand, which hoods the face more and allows him to sort of cut it. And almost he holds it a little longer. It kind of gets longer in his paddle, and he cups it and pushes it at the same time. He can go from the cut to sort of the little push when he gets his grip further over. But he'll move his grip constantly from spot to spot. That's where a lot of advanced players.
Yeah, it's that, that's that setup. It's always the same for a variety of different overheads, and he just holds the ball so well. And that shot, he's a lot of times it's just neutralizing the play.
40-15 for Compton McNerney, just wide. Really tried to thread the needle on that first ball.
Mitchell's up inside the service box, changes the play.
That's out for the big, huge drive. It was a good swing, but nice leave there from Durant. 40-30. Not sure what that shot was, Jerry.
Oh. I thought it was going to be a lob, but it clearly. Well, Compton McNerney done a good job. His second set, giving it different looks, but still, with the patience.
Wow. All right, love 15. All right, love 30. Quick 2 faults there. Love 40 and 1, 2, 3 match points, set points for Compton and McNerney.
Set point.
And there it is. It's just a stunning 4-point finish there
Wow.
from Durant Mitchell. Mitchell with 2 faults, miss volley and a missed ball on that last point there. So we're going 3, Jerry.
We are going 3. And just before we go into the break, I want to give a shout out to Florentina Harnish and Anna Maria Zabori, who we haven't spoken about the women's tournament that got played yesterday here. They defeated Amy Shea and Joylene Sutter, who made it to the final. They had a good tournament. You know, they're really coming along strongly. They won Western New England a couple of weeks ago with some good wins of Domenico Gebier, and strong tournament here too. Gio Williamson taking out the second seed, so we're going to have to keep an eye on them as we head. I think our next tournament is in Westchester. The next stop on the tour is in January is a Westchester Open, and then Cincinnati, the Midwesterns. But Harnish and Sabori are on a roll. That's their 3rd win for the season.
Yeah, they are just playing a superior brand of paddle, you know, from using the lobs as a weapon to seeing the shot ahead of time to being able to move between 2 to 3 different formations, which very few of the women's teams can do. They can go into a floating eye, they can go 2 back, they can, you know, they're just playing at an incredibly high level, Jerry.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun to watch the depth on the women's game too. I mean, we're missing a couple of the top teams, Nicolescu and Cruz. Roxy Yanika is out, but I hear Annika Cooper is coming back in, so she and Myrta Mullenville are going to team up for the Midwestern. So just showing some highlight play. So Brad, the guys are off the court, so are we going to take a quick break?
All right, Jerry, we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by eNet Live.
Done. Great job. Hey, good stuff to you. Patty, good job. Yeah, a lot of fun. You guys look great out there. How long have you been playing?
Who, me? Oh, I've been playing my whole life. How about you?
Wow, I only started playing when I retired.
Someone say retired?
Looking good out there, Eli.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series, where we have the number 4 seed of Graham McNerney and Brian Compton taking the second set 7-5 over Durant and Mitchell. And just, Jerry, you know, we can go over the set quickly. I'd love to hear your thoughts, but to me it just seemed like a couple of loose spots in the match for Durant and Mitchell. They got down 3-1, then they brought it back up to 3-all. Then there was that crucial game where they had a couple of game points but weren't able to convert. And McNerney holds, and then they go down 5-3,
Yeah.
but I still thought they had it.
I think it was 2 factors for me. Early in that second set, you saw McNerney come in and make a couple of blitz moves, and he got some quick exchanges of net, and he won them. And that, I think, lifted his energy and confidence. And then I think Durant Mitchell, they missed some shots. They just made some mental errors, and that was enough to turn the tide. And then you saw, Durant try to raise the level of play later in the second set, and he's, as you said, he moved too soon. He went for a little bit too much, and that's paddle. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So,
And then we just
it's going to be interesting to see.
Sorry, Jerry, go ahead.
No, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams respond now in the third set. What are we going to see? Are we going to see more like the first set or more like the second set?
Yeah, it is interesting because at the end there, too, it was a little bit like a tiny walkabout from Mitchell, right? Yeah, 2 faults, an inexplicable screen drive, and that's how quickly something turns. And that's the key to hanging around in a match. You let somebody hang around, they could never find a way to put them away, and right back in it.
And it's the balance that we talked about, that they had to change. We're talking about Compton McNerney now. They had to change something from the first set because there's just nothing. Durant and Mitchell were just not making any unforced errors, and they hung in there, changed the look a little bit, got energized. You can see them. They're coming out on the court now, but, kudos to them. Durant Mitchell, definitely, they have more firepower, but it's the tactics, it's the mental toughness, it's the adjustments. I mean, it's all these factors that go into it.
Really doing some damage with those cut overheads. That's a great balls.
Yeah, we got to earmark that one particular rally where we just McNerney just showcased all the different cut overheads that he had.
Yeah, it wasn't even just the cuts. He would go from the cut to then just pushing the ball behind them, sliding it wide on an angle, right? Just keeping them scrambling and moving. And funny enough, they lost. He lost the point. He wasn't able to finish the ball.
Smorgasbord of activity, wasn't it?
It's well said,
full array.
40 love. Yeah, anytime you see something on that low point, you stop.
40 love. There's one back. Nice screen drive there for Mitchell. And we were talking about grips before, Jerry. And if you watch McNerney use his grips, he'll turn it way over when he turns the cutting to the Eastern backhand's a typical grip, and they're really doing some damage at the net right now.
First game of the third set.
And they're doing a good job taking the net from and holding it against Durant Mitchell, which is something not every team is able to do. So great job for them. And a great hole to start this third set.
Yeah, they're just showing that willingness to wait them out when they're in the backcourt. So this is the game that I'm interested in right here.
Right.
15 love.
Because they did get some mental errors.
Love.
Well, he's going back to just dumping it, which is how they started the match. And here's where I think McNerney's just going to say, go ahead. I'm not going to hit it.
Yeah. It's how patient is Durant going to be with these overheads? McNerney's lobs are a little bit deeper.
It's out.
30-15.
That's what they're waiting for. And they're willing to hang there.
Help.
Really pulling Durant out of the service box now on some of these lobs. Again, just that willingness to outweight them.
Yep. That's what they're doing right now. And I think they maybe have to go into a zone where Brent tries to step over and do a little more dealing with his overhead when they're in the ad court. Because I think they're going to outweight him.
And maybe just leave Mitchell on the left to hit some of these overheads for a while. There's the switch.
Oh, good shot.
40-30.
Tell you, it's getting chilly out there. It's a little breezy. Rob LeBoon doing some seriously great work in the umpire chair. No easy task.
What's the temperature when you say chilly?
I think it's getting close to freezing with wind chill.
Right.
35 actual temperature, so it's right around there. What's the temperature in Australia, Jerry?
No, that's not nice. It's going to be. I think that's going to be mid 80s and sunny.
Mid 80s sunny?
That's no.
Yes,
that's
Jerry.
Not why
no
I
one
asked
likes you.
No, just that's not why I asked you, Brad. Just be clear on that. Don't you set me up. Oh, nice rip by McNerney. Found
Yep. Good spot at his feet.
Yeah, found
There they
Mitchell
are.
off the net.
Break point. Nice poach there from Mitchell. Right on the line. Close. It's Compton hurt. He's limping. He did something there.
No.
If it's a cramp or he ran into the side screen.
Take a minute or two, Brian. No rush.
Back to deuce.
Something happened.
Yeah, do we have a replay on that? Maybe I can ask the producer. Not now, so not sure what happened. I didn't see anything that was eye-opening to me when it happened. But long day, 4 matches.
Yep.
He's good to go.
Deuce, gentlemen.
Gave him a little practice swing so he could see how.
Ah, it's a great look. Caught him in a switch.
Advantage, Mr. Durant.
Nice. Let's see if they go after him a little. Oh, sticking out the paddle, Mitchell. Good volley. Might be a good time to try to test his movement, get him moving. Yeah, he's struggling
For
back
sure.
there.
Yep.
I would go to pushing over there now. Let's see what she got. See where he's going with this.
McNerney's lobs are much deeper than they were in the first set. 3 overheads in a row. Durant was out of the service box. You know, Durant wants to hit an offensive overhead whenever he can. Makes it that much tougher if he has to move back.
Good move. Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, my goodness. Just pushes it out. He's got a wounded animal over there.
Yeah.
See if they can find a way to exploit him. That wounded animal's dangerous. Sometimes you don't know what to do, you know? It's hard to... Oh, great blitz from McNerney. They just got to increase their energy level and focus, Mitchell Durant.
Man, it's just this pace and this play. They're just, you know, they're wearing them down. They're making mental errors. Durant, Mitchell.
Surprised we're not seeing a few more Durant cutters, though. He's doing a lot of rolling type overheads and very little action on the short balls cutting it.
Look at the depth on these lobs. Nerney's sending back. Opening up the court, creating movement. I mean, he had a good look there, too.
Yeah, he's definitely hurt. He can still strike the ball, but his movement's a little compromised. Crushing it. Good move, though. Still got something left.
Advantage, Mr. Durant.
Nice play there from, that's the perfect combination. The drive from Compton, the blitz from McNerney.
Yeah, you're right, Brad. I mean, Johan, when he gets that short lob, he's just hitting the same roller.
Yeah, I just feel like they're playing more the way the other guys want them to play.
Yeah. I mean, McNerney, they've definitely increased the depth of their lobs, where you see Durant is closer to the service line when he's hitting these overheads, but when he gets a shorter lob, he's hitting the roller.
And the problem is when you do it so many times, it's like he's stuck in the pattern, Jerry. You know, it's like
Right.
he's just going to it every time.
And he did, he has made some mental errors on the overhead. So,
Ooh, Compton had his look.
Advantage, Mr. Durant.
All right.
and I don't think Compton's moving as well as he was before. And I'm going to share with you, I received a screenshot from our fellow streaming committee member, Damian Johnson.
Nice.
And it looks like that Brian may have got his foot pinched.
Like
under the
underneath the
snowboard.
board. Yeah.
Yeah, can you see this screen here?
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I do. Great.
All right, so I'm showing Brad. We're on actually on a Zoom call with each other, so we can see each other. So I'm showing Brad the picture. Thank you, Damien. You're all over it up in Connecticut.
Very impressive.
Yes. Yeah, so he did injure his left foot. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that.
Oh, such a look. It's exactly what they are looking for. Just got to execute. I mean, another game point here for Durant Mitchell. It's time they put this one in the win column. Get it to 1-all.
This game is really a mental battle.
It is, but they're letting them control the pace to some degree, Jerry.
Third set.
Maybe they just think they're not going to get hurt that bad. But here's the other key. I want to see them take that. Yeah, there's the pressure. They need to keep this up.
Yep.
And then if Compton really is compromised, they got to find a way to exploit it. Sometimes it's hard to do. You feel sort of bad as the opponent. You don't know how to attack the guy. Then you start thinking about it. You start, losing track of what you should be doing. Yeah,
But
he's
you
definitely.
do have to test it, right?
Oh no, they need to, and you could see he's moving more gingerly. It's just a question of, how they think they
He can
should
still
go about
hurt them.
attacking it. Yes, he with 100% can still hurt you. He's got fangs still, and claws,
Yeah.
and other things.
Here we go. You just have to get locked into the mindset of you're not going to miss. And you're not going to get bored by hitting the same shots. You have to enjoy the process.
Now he's testing them a little bit, making him move some.
they're not really giving McNerney anything to make him hit off the deck. Right? They haven't used that play where they bring him in short to try to volley behind him because he doesn't fall for it.
Yeah, he's just not driving. There's plenty of balls that are drivable. He just won't drive it. I mean, and when he does, he's just taking a sort of an off-pace sort of drive with them a little off the net. There's the strike. Ball there. That'll make Compton move, and he pushes it out.
30.
So, Brad, just to reminisce this time, well, actually, it was the Detroit Open on this court where you and Mark Innes called probably the match with the longest rally of the year. The match with Crick and Lofgren and Lewis, right?
Yeah. Yep. Will Lofgren and Edwin Lewis and Randy Lofgren and Nathan Crick. Yeah. And we were talking about that earlier. It's on this exact same court, right? And yeah, it's funny to reminisce about that. You're absolutely right. So there we go.
Well,
Go ahead, Jerry.
I was home watching. When I was home watching you call that match, and I was like, "Oh my God, you guys needed an award for talk about consistency and stamina, hanging in there."
Yeah, it was a fun thing to call. A lot of people have watched it. I've heard some people come back to me on it, and they say they've watched the point just to know that you can actually do something like that. Now, those players weren't looking to drive, so that sort of made it easier for them. They weren't trying. They actually gave up 50 drive opportunities during the course of that point just because they wanted to just make the other guy play the next ball. Who's going to go for it and make the error type of thing. And but it's absolutely, and we're not in this zone here, but these points are all climbing up into the 50s, 70s, 100s. It's just that eventually Compton or the other guys are getting a drive, but
it's that mental mindset that you have to be willing to have, that you learn as you get better and better at the game. Just that hanging in there, but not just keep alive, like you said. That point was where no one was really willing to drive. These guys are taking their shots. And I think the number of views that point has had, I think the APTA sent out a timeline of when it was, and it's had like thousands and thousands of views in the past season. Yeah. Classic point right there. They just waited it out till Compton got a backhand that he could drive and just, caught Durant a little bit off the net.
15 all, and there's definitely, Compton's going to hang in there. He's a warrior. Definitely some movement, but it'll just require him to take the smart shot when he gets it. And he's able to force an error last point, and he can still do that if you put it in his wheelhouse. There's a nice ball from McNerney. And here's where he just deals. Great job. Cut overhead to the body of Mitchell.
Yeah, it's those transition plays that he's so good on, and he gets up on the net quickly. And just watch Compton in the green hat, even when the ball is not being hit to him.
Great shot there.
40.
Okay, that's in that high strike zone, McNerney, shoulder high, where he likes to swing down on the ball.
think we're almost right at 2 hours now for the match, Jerry.
How much off-court fitness do you think these guys do, which enable them to play these tournaments? You know, because
Games are 2-all.
matches are definitely over the years just gotten tougher and tougher earlier in the rounds.
Great shot from McNerney, goes right back at Durant, hits him in the head, apologizes, but it was the right play. If somebody comes at you, you have to go right back at them, or you have to essentially go back. It was a smart shot. Yeah, I don't really know, what their fitness regimens are. Clearly, all the players out there are very fit, and McNerney actually, he's just so economical. I feel like he could do that for like days.
Yeah. Right. Well, most of his movement is going forward.
And he's so long, he's like 6'3" or 6'4". So getting short, he's just going to keep coming after him. Good play, challenges him. It's a little off balance, doesn't execute.
Yeah, that's, just Mitchell just needs to have a little bit more patience and wait for a better shot.
I think one of the biggest things too, Mitchell he's lost track of his return just a little bit. So they're not, that was a good one where he forced the error. God, he just thunders that thing. It's such a good ball. All right, we just hit the official 2-hour mark, Jerry. I was a couple minutes early.
Okay, you were practicing.
Yes. Now it's official because John said so. Just an error.
40-30.
Wide as well.
Game, Compton, McNerney. They lead 3-2, third set.
Grinding it out. So Brad, a little more inside scoop from our man of the hour right now with the stats. Damian Johnson again has just texted through with some information. 18,759 views of the longest platform tennis point ever. So it's right
on the live stream. I'm sure there have been points played like that before. I've been probably involved in a couple like that myself.
Yes, no, this is a live stream stats which we follow closely. So it got a lot of views and a lot of traction, and again, kudos to you guys for hanging in there and making that point entertaining.
Oh, great shot. What hands. Nice job there from Durant. Able to make the adjustment. Door pops open, as it does sometimes. Compton goes over to close. I think Compton's getting his movement back. Whatever that was. That's stressed out. Him getting his foot underneath it seems to have gone away somewhat.
Look at the movement on that overhead from Durant.
great spots for those drives. Compton is
Right,
tremendous.
Compton's always had that standing two-handed backhand.
Oh!
Oh, what a touch!
Stab, touch, volley from Mitchell, kind of out of nowhere. Just sort of.
Right, and from outside of his body. I mean,
Yeah.
that was on a reach.
Ah.
40 love.
Just look at that, hitting 3 overheads in a row, exactly the same 3 boards.
Right.
Deep to McNerney.
Do you think that's a good thing, Jerry? Do you
I think it's a good thing, especially from where he is on the court.
Okay.
That jumped in, I assume. Yep.
Yeah. So it's 40-15. Jerry, they're just battling it out here.
Yeah.
It's
It's
one
the same,
after another.
same play.
Patterns going over and over.
30.
It's just tough having them try to put pressure on their thing. Just can't do it, and they're just trying to wait them out. And this is exactly, I think, what Compton McNerney want. Opponents are not athletic, and they get to pick and choose a spot where they get to go for the ball on their terms and get them to stretch for a ball. Didn't execute, though, but it's 3-all in the third, and just like in the second, everybody's just right in the balance. So it's going to come down to an error here, or who can execute a shot or two. Well, that's an out volley.
And we saw that same setup where Durant Mitchell have shut down the McNerney-Compton play when they stayed back on McNerney's serve, and then McNerney came in behind it for the blitz. So they've taken that out of the play, but
15 all.
I really
Mitchell
can't tell us.
missed that first volley opportunity, but here it is again. Watch what happened. So McNerney, up until this point, had been serving and then coming in behind it. But because Mitchell is there, it stops that play. Oh,
Good blitz that time.
nice move by McNerney. Yeah. I mean, that's what he's got to do.
Ooh.
30-15.
Just wide. Nice hands, and that's vintage McNerney. Doesn't back down. And he comes after him, Durant, but great hands from McNerney. Just offensive volley. I love it. So the score is 40-30. There we go. That's wide. Very rare service miss. Very reliable serve by McNerney.
Might be the first fault of the match, I think, from him.
And he backs it up 2 in a row. And that is just good fortune for Durant Mitchell, seeing a break point here. They keep staying positive with their internal energy, bouncing up and down on the court, which is great. And 3 faults in a row, and he hadn't thrown, I don't think, one in the entire match, Jerry.
No, I don't remember seeing him fault the whole time.
Astounding.
Wow, that is a gift for Durant Mitchell.
Oh, and this is just grinding down to the wire. Who's going to execute that one shot? Can Durant Mitchell make the drop or the extra volley, or will they start dialing up the pace? I mean, would you think that Durant and Mitchell would want to play more transition or other things? Because they're not trying to speed it up. They're just dumping it and playing,
No, I
dumping it
think
and
when they tried to speed it up before, Durant made, you know, all those mental errors with the overhead.
Yeah.
So then they kind of dialed it back and went back to, you know, bread and butter.
I just even mean speed it up in
But-
transition play a little. Or maybe they don't want
Yeah.
McNerney moving forward.
Yeah, they've got a willingness to hang in. And I saw McNerney grab something to eat on the change of end, which is a good idea. I mean, he needs to get his energy level back up. I mean, that was definitely a mental error, which can come from a little bit of physical fatigue or just a little bit of a drop in energy. So he's got,
I tell you what, you got to play Compton. You got to get on the net on the line there. And you've got to get on top of it with your paddle facing down. He hits that ball up high into you time and time again. I think it's like one of the crucial plays. He's the best at it, hitting the ball up around your left armpit. That's just good stuff.
30.
See if the blitz is coming here. I think Compton just told him to go. Oh, fake blitz.
scoop shot.
Look at him just unload on these groundies.
Yeah, Compton definitely hits from the ground up. Loads up his legs, turns his shoulders. That is the perfect way to drive off the screen. That was a great angle that just showcased how Compton had the ball between him and the net, and he just kept moving forward with the drive. No thought about going back because he knows McNerney would cover him.
Oh, good fortune.
All.
All right.
30-all. These semifinals of the Detroit Open. The other semifinal has been off the court for quite a while. Araya Parsons are awaiting the winner of this match. Final will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they're both kind of jumping up higher off the screen when Durant goes into Compton's corner.
40-30.
Oh, he just went for the body there. No intention of that going in. He needed to get it right in the center mass, but easily out of the way that time. Durant Mitchell. One game away. Good smart bail there. Ooh. Good ball, trying to work out a plan for how Nerney's going to move and where they're going to serve. And I think it's a great lesson that can be used at any level of play, including club players.
Yeah, Brad, why don't you talk a little bit about that? What is McNerney showing right here after they talk?
That time they talked, before there was some hand signals, and behind he was showing him where to serve and where he would move. All right, and that gives his partner knowledge of where to go after it's going. So they're taking control of the point from the outset. Oh, he's going around the post, and it just doesn't get it there. 40 love. Such a great angle watching that Compton drive. He hits it from underneath.
There was
the
a hand
net.
signal again. It's that reaching volley. It's so tough when you're trying to grab a ball at that speed.
All right, Durant coming up to serve it out. And that was a good, quick game and smart play. A couple of use of hand signals, good challenging serves from Compton.
Yeah.
Here we go. Got to remain tight. You got to figure Compton, McNerney are just going to keep doing what they've been doing, grinding. Look for the one-spot drive, Jerry.
Right. It took, that first set, Durant Mitchell, made very few mental errors, and it was 6-2. But then they started to turn around. They won the second set, and they're in this match, sticking with their strategy.
That's out. Just presses a little. Great look, but he's feeling the pressure to put it away. Points don't end against them. Oh. Love 30. Just 2 quick errors. Love 40. How about them apples?
Amazing. It's amazing, really.
Yeah, when you think of the skill set, but it's a long day. It's 4 matches too, Jerry. And you're grinding this one out.
Yes.
Wow. Here's where you can't get them all back all at once. You still just got to win 1 point at a time.
That's it. This is a willingness to stick to your plan.
I kind of think of it this way, Jerry. I think McNerney and Compton are playing exactly the way they want to. Lob, lob, spot drive here and there, get a couple mental errors, get a Compton crush off the screen with a McNerney blitz here and there. And I think Durant and Mitchell, this isn't what they want to do necessarily, but they think they're going to win anyway. They think they can take the barrage and they'll get enough errors and they're still going to come out at the end of it. And there's a great ball there. We've seen very few of those finishing overheads today.
Yeah, went right at McNerney. Yeah, but I would think Durant Mitchell would have been happier with a 2-2 score rather than having to go 3 sets.
Well, this is a no done deal here, Jerry. That right now,
No,
they'll
for
be happy
sure.
with any win, any W in the column.
For sure, that's what I'm saying. It's just this willingness to stick to their game plan, even though they lost the first set. Compton McNerney, and they've just, kind of worn them down. They've got the mental errors. They've got a couple of faults. Mitchell started to press a little bit and he missed a few, and then Durant
Out, and there's the
missed
game.
those overheads. Compton, getting Mitchell to move his paddle to the right, drop the paddle head, pop the ball long.
Here we are at the scene of McNerney playing a good service game and then throwing him the 3 faults. Not on his mind as he just quickly puts in the first one right away as if there's not a worry in the world. Great job. That's a good ball. That's such a good strike. Lobs from McNerney. See, he goes left, he goes right, he puts it in between them. It's a little
And the
confusion.
deep. He's not going to fall for it. He's
Yeah,
just
I don't-
not going to make that error.
He's just going to keep going. He'll take a hit. 30 balls from now or whenever it occurs. But Compton will take whatever he feels like. But
Right, but it'll be on McNerney's terms.
yeah.
I have a feeling we should have started counting, Brad.
Well, we could do that, Jerry, for sure. I'm going to count by tens, though. Let's start now. Here we go. 1. Oh.
Moving to his right, Compton. You want to be moving into the court when you take that swing.
Good touch there. You feel like, Jerry, that Durant and Mitchell know it's like right here at the end and they've got to kind of put it in. They just gave away the last game, but are they reaching a new level? Seems like
so. I think they just, we're not going to miss. They're in the mindset of we're not going to miss.
Oh.
Rather than I don't want this rally to be so long.
Right. Oh, Compton just a couple errors there.
Yeah, but how's the pickup of Durant off of his shoelaces as he was moseying on in?
Routine. How's the pickup routine?
Yeah.
They're not even really hitting at the crease or even at the nick. They're just little spots, little spaces.
Yeah, it's all high percentage paddle right now.
That's at the crease. That's a good ball.
That overhead to the deuce corner is one of Durant's favorite shots. Mitchell again hitting those same 3 boards. Anytime he gets a lob from Compton, 9 out of 10 times he goes back to those 3 boards towards McNerney's backhand.
Yep.
And that's just recognizing, where he is on the court and not creating a big shift and not giving McNerney any opportunities to attack. It's not only the placement, it's also the speed in which he hits it there. A little scout shot by Compton.
Nice. There's the strike. All right, 1 back. And just like in the last game,
took
trying
that ball. Yeah.
crawl
Took
their
that
way.
ball shoulder height.
Why not a third set
right.
tiebreaker?
I think this match deserves a tiebreak, don't you think?
I'm all in. Why not? I
About.
saw the other 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 match today. Kricken Lofgren taking it against Asis
Again?
Koenig and Protsenko, and it's got another 7-6 in the third. All right, Mitchell serving. He's had occasional serving woes. See if he sticks him in the box. That's step 1.
Are we going to see some speed serving or speed of play serving.
Oh, on his heels on that one. He's not somebody who wants to play a drive off his heels, and he rarely does. That's just going to be awesome. Nice shot.
Nice volley.
Perfect drive blitz combination. I mean, the funny thing is, McNerney's not going for a lot on that drive. He's really trying to put it in play. He just missed him.
Yeah. And he gets down low, too. On those low balls off the screen, McNerney really bends his knees, gets under the ball.
Yeah, it's a perfect play on the block.
Take a look at Compton. Take a look at Compton. Again, Brad, which you had mentioned in the first set, but as McNerney's hitting the ball, he is just hopping on his feet. He's ready to go.
Yeah, so when he gets his ball that's 1 out of maybe 10, he's ready to strike it at all times.
Right, he's physically and mentally in the point. Look at the footwork.
You know, saying that's one thing, but it's no easy task. The amount of balls he's hitting, and there's just a great move.
Oh!
Looking spry.
All
It's
momentum.
30 all. All right, Ernie. Is he just going to lob this one back, or no? He's hitting it. Good for him. Stay with your game.
Yeah, just keep your eye on Compton. And he's keeping Durant out of the service box. And when he's out of the service box, you don't see Compton moving to his left so much. He's looking more for that shorter overhead.
Break point.
Wow.
There it is. Just the same play over and over again. Crushing backhand, blitz, forces the air. Let's do this, Jerry.
Yep, tiebreak. We're at the 2.5 hour mark.
We are
Thanks
indeed.
Thanks for that timing, John Scott. eNet Live, bringing us all the stats as well as the streaming the event.
Great blitz, and he gets past. Nice job there from Mitchell.
That was a huge swing from Mitchell.
Saw the space, little laser beam, mini laser beam forehand right there.
First team to 7 points by 2.
Oh, he was right on that. Had his paddle set underneath it. He just didn't kind of flip it up. He didn't follow through up. Great shot, though. 2-0 for Durant
that
Mitchell.
ball was dropping on the screen.
That's a great first volley. Here he comes. Great close from Durant. Oh, it's in. Oh, he'll take it. Good fortune there. It's hard to see on the live stream, Jerry, but I thought it was going to drift wide, and it just popped right in there. Great shot. 3-love.
I mean, Mitchell hit that shot from below the level of the net, from the top of the net.
I'm not sure that was his first plan, and then I think he saw, Compton move a little and saw a little space, and he was able to get it in there. A little good fortune.
Yeah, for sure.
Help!
Missed it wide.
For love.
For love.
Compton McNerney gonna stop the flow here.
Oh. Yeah, that's a layup.
Down on it.
Just
You wanna
over the
go
top instead of
through
through
the
it
ball.
and carrying it with him. Yeah, as it comes off, you're absolutely right, Jerry. He just came over the top and he didn't go out through the ball.
And take that same spot, take that same aim that Compton likes to do. Go at the right armpit. Go up a little higher. Don't make it so low over the net. Make your opponents have to move their hands up to the ball.
I think his eyes just got a little too wide, and he didn't follow through with all the footwork he needed. Oh, 5-1, just getting a little late in the game for those errors. Each point. Gotta love the positive energy from each team, though.
Yeah, no, all four players are competing hard.
Oh.
So this is, all offensive placement by all four players. I mean, it may just look like they're just lobbing to lob and not attacking the overheads, but each ball that these guys are hitting is with a purpose.
That's good. What a dig. And he missed that one. Shocker, Jerry. All right, so multiple match points here for Durant Mitchell. Up 6-1 in the breaker.
Oh my God, Durant getting that ball. I thought it was going out.
Well, he hesitated. And then he just had to go dig it
Yeah.
out. And a great move by McNerney. Just overcooked it. Just too much. Just get there. Six, 2. Great cut overhead from McNerney, 6'3", just dies it in the corner.
Back, oh, grabbed the side screen and just dropped.
That's right, when you cut the ball from the top right of the ball and it cuts in, it's going to bite in there. All right, 2. 3 more to go, Jerry.
Yep.
That's a great lob.
Yeah, move Durant back and to his left. So anytime you can make your opponent change direction going back, that's a good lob. Also pulled him out of the service box. Again, Compton moving up the side, looking to see if he could get a backhand.
He's going to hit that one, and it's long. And that is game, set, match, Jerry, for Durant and Mitchell, which sets up a heavyweight battle tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. between our number 1 and number 2 seeds. Jerry, any final thoughts on our match?
I just think kudos to Compton and McNerney. I mean, boy, they executed their plan. They came out with the game plan, and they stayed with it. They had a little spark, which, you know, turned it around early in the second set. And Compton, he definitely hurt his left foot, and he played through it. I mean, we saw him just limping just a little bit, but, you know, they really, really executed their plan. And, you know, Durant Mitchell, you can see, you know, they were cruising 6-2, didn't make any errors, going for all their shots, and then just that wearing them down, and they started to miss a little bit, and that's all it needed. But they elevated when they needed to, they buckled down when they needed to, and I think just recognizing that, you know what, we just have to be willing to hang in here, because they weren't going to get any free points. So definitely sets up tomorrow will be another entertaining match between these two teams. I think last time they played was in the semifinals of Chicago a couple of weeks ago, where Araya Parsons came out ahead. So it'll be a good match for sure.
Oh, for sure it'll be a good match, and we look forward to tomorrow's heavyweight battle. And Jerry, that was a true pleasure calling that with you, and that's a wrap from our men's semifinals, and we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the men's finals. Thank you. Shout out to John Scott and the crew and Ed, and we'll see everybody 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Fun doing the match with you.